Now we're rolling, yeah.
This is awesome.
I think so too. Oh. Okay, is this on? Is it charged? Is the biggest question.
It is charged. I didn't really look at the talking points. It's okay.
That's why I printed them.
Awesome. Talking points. Sobriety.
That was Logan. He's a really cool dude.
Which Logan?
Been there. I'd be very surprised if you knew him.
I don't know.
It'd be a small world moment.
Are you guys friends?
Yes. I love Logan.
Am I the only random that you've done?
You think you're random?
Yeah, because we don't know each other.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I can get it up here because there's no Wi-Fi. Wait.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think I might have figured it out. I did figure it out. All right.
Okay. And also, like, people come in and out, and a lot of us know each other in the building, so if they, like, scream, I'm so sorry.
There's no wrong way to do this, you know? It's not
I-
like I have this one's yours, I've got in my hand. Here.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. Whichever one for it. All right. That?
Okay. Just, like,
You got it.
right there. This is awesome. Okay. Did we just start?
Yes.
Get it going.
We started.
We started? Hey.
Hey.
How do we start this?
Well, we already done it, you know?
We've already done it.
Yeah. Starting's past. The start's
Alright.
over. We're headed towards the middle. That's what we should
We
worry
are in
about.
the middle, and then we'll be in the end
Yeah.
soon.
So I guess we should start figuring out how do we start the middle.
How do we get the conversation flowing?
Oh, I would say it might already be.
I think it's already.
So, okay, so we've started. We have flowing conversation.
Yes.
What's next?
Let's talk. Let's talk about everything. Just whatever. Let's talk about Elon.
Okay, driving here, beautiful.
Beautiful.
No tall buildings, and I love tall buildings.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But it's beautiful.
But there's
Look,
draw to that sorts of thing. I mean, I would think.
I get a fish out my window. Like, I live on the top floor, and I have a fishing pole, and we go fishing.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
You've caught a fish from your window.
Okay. Caught a fish? No, but I've tried.
Okay.
With my friends. But it's pretty awesome. We always come out here and hang out, which is nice, which makes it better.
Is this a pond or a lake?
They call it Lake Verona, but it's a pond. It's kind of gross in there.
If they call it lake, then I guess it's lake.
It's a lake. My friend went swimming in it.
Or who's they, I guess, is the real question.
I guess we'll never know. The Elon people? The masters of the pond?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I was it's like have you ever been to Washington and Lee? There's a charm. This place has a charm.
It's ranked one of the most beautiful campuses.
It's like a little bit smaller version of Boone with no hills.
Yeah.
But
love it.
Hold on, these rankings, they don't mean as much as people.
They don't mean, yeah.
Who's ranking them? Talk about who named this link.
They probably ranked it.
Same guys.
It's probably, his last name's probably Verona. He named it after himself.
Selfish.
Probably. Very selfish. Selfish world out there.
If you named this lake, what would you have named it?
Lake Amy.
Fair.
What would you name it?
Lake Jack, probably.
Exactly. Lake Amy Jack.
That reminds me, okay, have you ever had someone ask you if you could only say one word for the rest of your life? What would you say?
No, but I have an answer.
What is it?
Awesome.
I would say Jack.
Jack.
You know, like I am Groot.
Yeah. So, like, if I was like, hey, you'd just be like, Jack.
Well, yeah. Like, you think of it this way. If someone asks what your name is, your only response will be awesome.
But that would be awesome.
Okay.
Like
Best answer I've heard yet.
In class, like, they're like, awesome, are you here? That'd be awesome.
But that's not your name. Your name is Amy.
I know, but, like, maybe I'll legally change it to awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Do you know anyone that's ever legally changed their name?
No. But I wanted to when I was little.
My mom, I think, well, I know, she tells the story where her whole teenage years, she thought that she had a certain middle name. I think it was Louisa. And then she finds that it was never written on her birth certificate. So that's not going and changing your name. That's just like, you realize everything has been a lie, I guess.
Your whole life?
And now her maiden name is her middle name.
Ah.
Any good stories recently?
What?
This is wild because we don't know each other.
We do not.
But now we do.
Now we're flowing. We're talking. I'm on the YouTube. Like this.
So what I want to know is like anything crazy happen. I'm sure.
At Elon?
Just in your life.
In my life? Like
If it happens to be at Elon, it happens to be at Elon.
At my-
I guess Elon in your life would kind of be.
I'll do the transition from like Myers Park to Elon because it's actually really interesting, very different. So Myers Park, I played softball all 4 years, and I was pretty involved. Like I did best buddies, all that stuff. But then Elon's a small school, and I didn't realize how small it was gonna be until I got here last year, and I was like, I did not like it at first because it was very like in Charlotte. There's a lot more like racial diversity. And, like, you see a whole bunch of different things. But here, it's, like, there's no diversity except for people up north. Basically, like, New Jersey, Connecticut, they all come here. And there's a very small amount of people from North Carolina and the South. And I, like, grew up in, like, the bubble of Charlotte. So, like, coming here, it was a lot. Like, I just was not ready for that. And I did not like it. Like, I could see it in so many different ways, like, the way people dressed, the way people interacted, like, and at the time I was like, this isn't for me, like, I don't feel like I belong here. But then, like, this year I took, like, a different direction in that thought, and I looked at it as, like, this is so cool, I get to meet people from up north and people from different countries, which I didn't really get in Charlotte, so look into it as a positive thing, except that everyone knows everything here. Like, everyone's connected in some way, which is weird.
It's a community.
It's a community, which most of the time it's a good thing, but sometimes, like, it's way too small.
And you got to think of the factors that have changed, right? Maybe we're older, I guess. Because I went to Washington and Lee and visited, and I heard the same things.
Washington and Lee's small, right?
Yeah, how big is Elon?
6,000.
That's just a little bit bigger than Myers Park High School.
Yeah. And it's, like, very spread out. It's, like, it's really pretty big campus, but you know everyone. Like,
I did see a lot of people walking. It can't be too spread out.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you go out on a Friday night, you'll see those people the next day in the dining hall, guaranteed. Like, it's like if something something crazy happens, which that never happens to me, but for some people, you'll see them the next day, and you're just like looking at the ground. But it's crazy. It's kind of awesome though. It's fun. But yeah. The only thing with the town of Elon, there's not much to do around here, which a lot of people like complain about, but I actually love it. Like, I just stay on campus and like hang out like this, just hang out with people. I study a lot. I'm a nursing major, so I'm always doing stuff with that. But I don't know, it's just a bunch of people just hanging out. It's super chill. I love it though. But yeah. Have you ever visited before?
This is my first time in Elon.
Really? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are quiet. Quiet is nice.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my grandmother's house. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. You walk in there and all the sounds disappear.
It's like peaceful.
Yeah, and it's just easy to sleep.
It is.
But I'm sure once, you live, I just know that your experience of Elon is totally different than whatever I'm experiencing on my one-day visit.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful here though. I just love going outside and looking around. Especially if you're having a bad day. Just go outside and see all the cool trees, and it makes it better, which is cool. But over here where I live, it's very, like, away from all the commotion, which we have to live on campus as sophomores. So we kind of got unlucky, we thought, over here away from everything, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Like, I absolutely love it. It's, like, far enough away, but I have friends all over there because that's where most sophomores live. So I can just go over there when I need it to be loud and stuff, which is nice. But I live in a house next year, which is cool.
Isn't that tree great?
It's an awesome tree. It's an awesome tree.
I mean, it's like on a cartoon.
We actually put a couch under there.
It's like Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda is my favorite movie, besides Spider-Man. But
Oh, I was Spider-Man like 5 years in a row for Halloween.
for Halloween, are you going to do it this year?
No, this was like ages 10 to like...
You got to come
7
down
to-
to Elon for Halloween.
I'm working Halloween. What a shame.
Where do you work?
Jersey Mike's.
That's awesome.
A sub above.
What's your favorite like sandwich? What's your go-to? I feel like you'd know.
I think that I really should put my foot down and stop eating Jersey Mike's.
Really?
I mean, it's bad. It's
like
you have it every day. No.
Oh,
And
I
it's
bet
free,
that's-
so I do. You know
I bet
what I
that's
mean?
not good for the gut
No,
after
it's
a
not.
while, the carbs. But the protein's there. Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, but you need you need like you got to go to Whole Foods if you really want to know what you're doing.
Whole Foods is so good. I don't have the money for that right
Am
now.
I even allowed to talk about this? Because I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay. How long have you been at Jersey Mike's?
Coming up on, geez, time flies, a month.
Oh, you've only been there a month?
Yeah.
First job?
No.
Oh, okay. That'd
Not
be
at
so
all.
cool if it was. Where'd
No.
you work before?
I've anything. I've done it all.
Done it all.
Yeah.
That's cool. I worked at an old person's home this summer.
Oh, how was that?
It was awesome. I was like, okay, on a diversity perspective, I was the only white person who worked there, but it was like the best job I've ever had. Like, I can't wait to work there again. But it was just so fun. Like, everyone was so chill. Like, I needed it, especially before coming back to school. Like, it was a nice just breeze. And I got paid good, so.
Ain't that what it's all about?
Yeah. And for the vibes, too. And
Of
for
course, the vibes they have to be there.
You know what would be so cool? I was just thinking this. Blow-up mattress. You put it in the lake with someone on it.
I sleep on one, I'm very familiar with blow-up mattresses.
You sleep on a blow-up mattress.
You know what I should have brought? I wish you would have given me this idea before I came. I have a twin that, doesn't really stay inflated. So
we could have done this in the middle of the lake.
Oh my God, now that's a step above.
That, next time.
That's putting the carriage before the horse, as
But
an old person in my life said to me recently.
That would be the best. The best video. Oh, it would be so cool. Everyone would be watching, like, what are they doing?
There's a pond/lake similar to this near my grandmother's house, and about half a year ago, some kids were doing that. And they were fishing.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
On an air mattress.
That's cool. I want to do that. That's
my
goal. Do you ever interview your grandma?
I want to so bad.
You could do it in the lake.
Once again, crazy idea.
But make sure she doesn't fall. Can she swim?
I wouldn't count on it. Mimi.
That's so cute. I had a Mimi. She was awesome. In Georgia, southern Georgia. She couldn't swim either. But that's okay. I miss her. She's great. I'm trying to think. You got any cool questions?
Tons. Would you like me to ask you a question?
I would like for you to ask me a question.
All right, let's think of one. Plane or train?
Train.
Why?
I love the train. I ride it all the time.
Two?
Charlotte. And I have a car.
Huh.
But last year I didn't have a car because I totaled it. But I love going back and forth. And I have a car this year. Still, sometimes I'll choose to take the train because it's just so, peaceful. And you meet some really interesting people.
The train, and it's nice. You don't have to worry, are they going to take my portable charger?
No.
Or do I have to get there 3 hours early?
They don't even, check bags. You just go right in there. People smoke weed on the train.
That's true, they do that?
They
I would hate to be in a car with someone with smoking weed.
They definitely do it. They definitely go to, the dining car.
Oh.
It's a little messy back there.
I've never been in the dining car.
You need to get on the Amtrak.
We're talking about Amtrak.
Yeah, there's a dining car, but
That's all there is. We only have Amtrak.
it's not too fancy, but it's pretty cool. They some people they make cocktails on the train. I think that would be cool. One day I just want to have some prosecco on the train and just enjoy the ride. But all the conductors know me. They bring me stickers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Should ride the train more often.
I try to every chance that I get.
You should.
I want to take it to Penn Station one of these days. It's 12 hours.
Where's Penn Station?
New York City.
Under a rock. Okay, that's cool. That'd be a long
I'm horrible.
train.
Oh God. The states, I just don't know where some of them are.
Same. I'm science. I know a lot about science, but I don't know where Idaho is. Indiana. I don't know where any of those are.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that one.
But now I'm learning.
Maybe we know that they're in America, and we know that maybe that's enough for now.
Yeah, that's all I need. I don't think I want to go there.
This is why we get a bad rep as Americans, because
we don't know.
We don't care.
I know we should. But
should we?
Should we? I don't know. Sometimes I feel guilty that I don't know, but at the same time, we don't really have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I met a whole bunch on spring break last year. I was in St. Martin. I didn't pay for the trip.
Once again, where is St. Martin?
It's in the Caribbean.
Ah.
Yes, my sweet mate. So another thing about Elon, whole bunch of loaded kids. I'm not one of those kids, but a lot of people are crazy rich. And so my suite mate last year, she's awesome, but she paid for my trip to St. Martin, which was so cool. But it's a Dutch island. And one night, the Dutch military, their plane broke down. So there was like, and it's really close to our resort. So there was like 100 military dudes like in the lobby, and they had to like stay in rooms.
Whoa.
It was sick. And we were like talking to all the people, and they were like, we hate Americans. I was like, yo, why? And they like, so there's like a military base in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
I should know what it's called, but I don't.
But a lot of, like, some kids from Myers Park, they went straight to the military, the art, whatever, and they're there. And some of the Dutch military guys, like, interacted with the Americans at that base, and they were just like, they did not like the American.
Now that is the definition of small world.
Yeah, it's really cool. Full circle moment.
What a story.
What a story. What a great trip.
So there's just Dutch military dudes walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of thing.
Now. That's the kind of thing I live. They might be hiding in that tree right there.
Man, wouldn't that be terrible? You know what that makes me think of? Because we're technically on camera doing a show. You remember when Ellen people would jump out of that box?
See, I like.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't watch TV,
Oh.
dude. I'm lame.
Well, my mom would have it on, and I
Okay.
was never a fan of Ellen, and
No,
I
she
shouldn't
kinda
say
freaks,
that.
her hair I don't like the
Well,
color.
I think she was rude, and I think I want to revoke this because I try not to not be a fan of anyone.
You're a fan of everyone, I feel like.
Well, that's good.
I hope.
Yeah.
After this, you might be like, I'm never doing that. Never going back to Elon. But, yeah. Another question. Throw it out there.
Another question. Here we go. Did you know? Well, let's start this one as a statement, but I'll end it in a question mark. Don't know how yet, but I will.
Okay.
This sidewalk, this brick. I guess these bricks aren't paved.
They
But take 50 steps and put your foot on that pavement next to that white Tesla in the parking lot.
You want me to do that right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
But imagine for a moment with me.
Okay.
Let's see, who's someone influential right now? So I'm sure you spoke with one of these military men in particular. Just because you would have had to.
Yeah.
There were so many of them.
Like, there's...
So picture him in his face, right? I don't know where he is right now. Well, I guess he's in the Caribbean.
He's in Aruba.
I'm ruining this. This is horrible. Okay.
Okay,
let me
I don't know where they are.
Start from the top.
Okay.
Who's in America and famous right now? This is so backwards. I'm asking you for help with my question.
Oh, there's so many famous people. I don't know.
I'm pivoting. What's the last boat you've been on? Have you been on a boat ever?
I've been on multiple boats.
Interesting.
At Lake Norman. Over the summer. We used to go tubing.
Oh, I love
tubing.
I like to be the guy that never lets go.
I'm holding on until my arms...
You ever go underneath the water with it?
Yes, it's kind of scary, but
Bro,
I'm still
it
holding
is
on,
kinda scary.
catching crazy air. But you know what I can't do? The wakeboarding, and it makes me
I can't
so
either.
mad.
My-
Because I hate being bad at stuff.
How many times have you been given the chance to try though? Because it's a different...
I try every time. I've
Oh
gotten
wow.
up, but
So you can. You're ahead of me.
Like, twice. But over 3 years, I've tried it so many times. I've only gotten up twice, and it makes me angry.
Yeah, we're in different ball games.
You can't do it at all.
Well, and I was given, it's an interesting social, because I was given the opportunity, Robert McCoy, down in Georgia, I went to his family's, they had a boat and a wakeboard, and he can do it, everyone else can do it, and then I get in, and I just can't, and then I just felt that, because it was the third or fourth time, and the boat has to, it's the whole process when you let
go.
go.
Down, and you're just laying in the water.
It's I feel like it's such a harsh, wakeboarding is something that is a very harsh learning environment if you're anyone, because a failure is as opposed to I don't know, anything else, starting a new job, you just are there, you mess up while you're still there, but the wakeboard, you let go of the rope.
And you feel like you're not getting anywhere.
And people want to go, you're not the only one that wants to wakeboard.
But then you don't want to give up because you're like, I'm going to look dumb if I don't get it.
Exactly.
And then it's
and you want to get it.
You want to get, who doesn't want, you want to succeed.
Yeah, totally. But I can water ski. Is it water?
A lot of people can't water ski.
I can even do it slalom. What's it called with one ski? I can do that.
That's cool. But you can't wake.
Hello.
But you can't, those are my friends. But you can't wakeboard, but you can water ski. That's interesting.
Yeah. What does that say? I can snowboard. I've snowboarded
You can
once
snowboard.
before.
I could snowboard.
That is fun.
But not great. I don't really like, this is such a negative thought. I don't like the snow or the cold.
Fair.
If it's 20-degree weather, I'm inside. I'm not going outside. It's too cold. I like the beach, though.
Who doesn't love the
The
beach?
beach is awesome.
Except for sand gets everywhere, but there's pros and cons to it all.
Yeah.
The beach is fantastic.
Beach. Do you go to the
Boogie
beach?
boarding.
Boogie boarding? I still boogie board to this day. It's awesome.
To give up boogie boarding is to give up living.
I agree.
feel like a
Body
French
surfing,
person.
it's pretty awesome. Not the same, though. You don't go as far, you know? Do you skimboard? Skimboard?
My brother got into that. I'm not too good at it. I definitely ate it a few times. You know how it like
Yeah.
grabs the lip and you're done?
And you're just like, scrapes all over your arm when you fall. Yeah. My brother was really good at it. And my
Todd,
brother,
he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met, just so you know. He
Dude.
really has a way of making people laugh.
he's awesome.
And I really was like, you know, you don't think about things too much and then you hope for certain, like, I didn't know if he was, I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've seen him. I must
Yeah.
have been like 16 years old.
Yeah.
But
How'd
he
you
was
meet him?
so funny. We must have just shared a class.
Yeah,
He was
Todd's funny.
hilarious. He played baseball and he was tall.
Yeah, yeah. We're all tall. The Lautenschlagers.
Dude, he was hilarious.
He still is. He still picks.
Yeah, I don't know why I say what. I'd love to see him. Todd,
He's-
if you're watching.
Virginia Tech. Go see him at Virginia Tech.
Oh, I've
He's
been
a
meaning to
senior.
go up to Virginia Tech. Do you
Yeah.
know Tommy Rowell? He needs to get in front of these
I think I've heard
cameras.
the name. Does he go? He goes to VT. Okay. No, but you should go. If you go up there, you should reach out to Todd. He'd be a good one.
I hope he'd say yes.
He,
People say no, but I never take offense. At least I try not to.
I was excited. For
We're
this.
human, I guess.
We are human, but sometimes like rejection is a thing, and it sucks.
It
but-
does. It just happens.
Yeah, it does happen. So is this your first like stranger interaction? Because we didn't know each other, like we
Oh,
said
good
before.
question. I wouldn't be surprised if. Oh, okay. I guess technically not. There was an earlier episode called "Watching Football" with Jason and I'm blanking, but I went and that was actually an interesting scenario because I was like, "Yo, let's hang out," and then but like I didn't mention anything about this.
Yeah.
But I came in the house with my bags and just set up.
And he was like, "All right,
Yeah.
that's cool."
It was Jason and his roommate who was so cool and said some of the most interesting things, and we were strangers. So
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen?
So sorry, I just took that. You're
No.
not the first.
That.
I stripped you
I'm
of
the
your
second.
medal.
I'm the second. That makes me feel better.
But you
though.
are the first. It's the first every time.
Okay. Yeah. First time at Elon. First time our interaction. It's pretty cool. Have you ever seen? This is so random. This show called Midnight Gospel. It's on Netflix. You need to see it. It's like there's a podcast on Spotify that they turned into a show, and they put like cartoons over it. It's sick, but your YouTube kind of reminds me of that.
Oh, Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
Well, they talk slowly, and it's like really. Isaac Lawn told me that.
Really? No, like
That's so strange.
because it's just like random stuff, but it's cool. Like it's
Midnight Gospel is awesome.
It's
you
so
fall
good.
asleep to that kind of thing. It's just
yeah.
calming.
Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to lock in, and then I'm just fall asleep. I love that show.
It's like the people. Yeah. Oh my God. And the cute little characters.
Clancy and
Yes.
one of my best friends, her name's Gertrude.
That show goes really deep.
It goes. The last episode, I cried. I did.
Because it's heartbreaking.
It is.
And you don't even really know what they're talking about sometimes.
Yeah, but then sometimes.
But you just hear it in their voice.
But then sometimes if you don't if you're just like listening, you're like, oh shoot, like
Yeah.
that's real.
Yeah.
And then it's like, dang. Then it really gets me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Midnight Gospel. Of course I know Midnight Gospel.
Yes.
I've seen it too.
it's so good.
I was thinking it was some like, in my head, have you ever seen Wednesday with Jenna Ortega?
I've not seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
I thought it was something like that.
No, that's kind of dark. But I don't.
No, it's not dark. It's just a show. It's interesting.
I've never seen.
But
see,
it's,
I don't
anyway,
watch
it's just
TV
different.
like
But
that.
you watch Midnight Gospel.
I do watch. I don't watch a lot of TV. Like I live under a rock, but not really. Like I'm like not really on like the social media type of thing. But I am. But I don't really get caught up in all that stuff.
It's an
'cause it can
interesting
get really
relationship
negative. Yeah,
with social media because now I'm posting on it.
but like in a good way. Like you're posting on it and like.
Oh, certainly.
A positive
But I
way.
didn't have the apps before I started posting on it. So now I have to like figure out how to not scroll reels because I didn't have the apps for a reason. I like not
Yeah.
having the apps. I hate scrolling reels.
Yeah.
And now that I make reels,
But you make good, like not like.
Well, I like to
brain
make
rotting.
I like to make things, but sometimes it sucks me in and I watch them too much.
Yeah, and it sucks you in, and you'll realize an hour later.
Because it's so good, it knows what you want to see.
Especially the Instagram reels, like the low quality videos.
We
I
should
don't
be.
get this.
I gotta stop the way that I talk about it, because you talk about it like, oh, it's the best. Reels, it's whatever. You gotta act nonchalant.
I don't watch reels. I just
You know.
sometimes stand in the back of the line at the bar and just scroll through my reels. You know, it's pretty chill. Not anymore.
Have you seen the guy that does how to watch more reels?
No.
That's something that I think Todd would be great on social media.
Todd.
And it's not for everyone, but I don't even know it's for me. I'm just doing it, basically.
Yeah.
He's like, how to scroll more reels. I think you'd be great on. I said this to everybody, but that shouldn't make it any less of a statement.
Yeah.
Because I mean it to everybody.
Me and Todd on YouTube together, that would be awesome. If you did an interview with me and Todd together, that would be insane. It would be good. You might have to make that happen.
Hey.
Virginia Tech, I'll be there.
These cameras, they go wherever they're asked.
Virginia Tech, y'all will be there.
What up? VT.
VT. Have you been?
Yes.
VT's awesome. Oh my gosh.
It's not, I feel like I haven't gotten the whole experience.
I went, so when I was a senior at Myers Park, Todd was a sophomore, and I went to go visit him one weekend. So much fun. It was one of the best weekends, but I got a concussion. We don't need to get into how, but I got a really bad concussion and then came back to school. I had no idea. Played my soccer game, went to school, could not read, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Dang.
And it messed me up for a whole year because I kept getting them after.
That's scary.
It was really scary.
Oh, jeez.
So I haven't been back since, but I'm going to VT this spring, so I'm excited. That'll be good. Do I get asked questions?
There are no rules.
There are no rules?
No.
No rules.
No rules.
Like, no one's, like, made it so you had to make rules?
Well, I mean, for one, we're on camera and we're sitting here. So isn't that enough?
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I'm going to answer it with a question. Would you like to ask questions? I could ask you a million questions. We've written down topics, which I've only started doing as of recent. And it's funny. Sometimes you start doing something and you don't know why, but you just keep doing it. I don't know if I should have topics or not, but I just
whatever you feel, honestly.
Yeah, right?
This is an awesome channel. You just go and do what you're thinking. Do
True.
what you're feeling. I feel like more people need to do that because we're all so caught up.
And it's such a resource.
Yeah.
Because what if there are plenty of people in your life that at times, maybe someone out there is like, I need more Amy.
Yeah, they all say that. No, I'm just kidding. They don't, but continue.
Yeah, well, you know where I'm going with this.
No.
They just search you up and there you are.
On YouTube. I'll be there. Y'all search me up.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. My future jobs might be seeing this video.
Do you think that's true?
I think it's true.
I guess if you search your name, I guess it would come up.
Because that's what employers do.
Well, I hope they would. I'd hire you.
Well, I would hope. I feel like we're getting into some good topics here.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking of your future employers through that camera. It's such a strange thing, these cameras, because it's everybody and nobody at the same time.
I know. Well, I'm in nursing school, so all my nursing people are going to see this one day.
You think?
Yeah. Especially when I'm going to get my master's eventually, they're going to look at this video to see if I'm in or not. That's my man, boss man, Osklo.
Great bike. Do you ever ride a bicycle?
I don't.
I love bicycle.
I don't. I feel like I'd fall off the bike. I'm not the greatest at riding a bike. I can do it.
If you can play a sport, you can ride a bike.
Oh, I can play sport. But I feel like it's not cool enough. Like, I want to ride, like, a unicycle.
There's a guy in NC State that
cool.
has a big wheeled unicycle.
See.
He's pimping.
I would be pimping. Everyone would be coming up to me like, no way. It'd be a really good conversation starter. I feel like I could ride it everywhere. But I had one, actually, when I was little, but I never learned how to ride it. I don't know why, but maybe now. That's a new thing I can do. Be cool. I need some new hobbies. So, you got any ideas?
This is certainly one of mine.
This is pretty awesome, though. Where'd you get all the cameras?
I just bought them.
Like, recently?
That one on the right, that came first. That one I walked into a camera store and
You were
walked
like,
out
I
with.
need this.
Yeah, and then this one on the left, as you see, it just stopped recording. And that's the problem with it. It overheats, and I have to get up and press the button.
Is that why you have two, so it doesn't miss anything?
That's definitely a pro of having two. But I think having two just kind of like heightens the experience.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I do one.
I kind of like the two, though.
And sometimes I have three, but I forgot the SD card in that one.
Oh, it's okay. Two's enough. I feel like it's getting...
And then at times I've had like 5.
Who got 5 cameras? I
Well,
feel like it has
it's-
to be pretty special for 5 cameras.
I'm not special. It's just we're just like
But
it's.
the person you're interviewing, they have to be pretty cool. For the 5 cameras set up?
Oh, come on! You're worth 20 cameras.
Oh.
That's why I think I am writing the scripts and, dressing up nice. And the way that I think about this, I think about it a lot, as one does with a fun hobby.
Yeah.
I try to make whoever's sitting across from me just, I don't know, because you have to begin with, well, what do they want out of this? And you can never know. Even if someone states with words, you still, people say things mean other things.
Yeah.
So you start there. You start on a step that may not even exist. And then you are looking for the next step, and that next step is like, how can I get there if I don't even know the first step? You just take it very slowly, very carefully, moment by moment, day by day.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm stoked. I couldn't say with words how stoked I am that you reached out and wanted to be on this.
I think it's awesome. I think more people should. More people like...
I think so too.
Because I wasn't scared. I was like, this is sick. Like,
This
this
is
is
sick.
awesome. You drove all the way out here?
Oh, this is the shortest I've ever driven for one of
Really?
these. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's my other friend.
You know, wave and say hey.
Tylo! Tylo! He's
Got
going,
the tunes in.
Tylo?
Is there laundry down this way?
Our laundry, we have to go to the other building,
Oh wow,
which sucks.
that's a hike.
What's he doing? Why is he walking slow? Is he okay?
Oh, walking,
Seems fine.
breathing.
He
What
just,
more can you ask for?
He just joined a fraternity.
Oh,
So yeah.
I don't know a lot about that, but I do know that it's a big thing.
Yeah, he gets initiated in like 2 weeks. So, yeah. It's a big thing here because since there's not much to do here, a lot of boys think to have a social life they have to be in a fraternity, but really that's not fully true.
It's so different, everyone's path.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Fraternities are, I think, something special because they bring people together.
Yeah. And in a good way.
Is there a bad way to bring people together? I guess maybe
No.
if you're all coming to listen to one of Hitler's speeches.
But
in,
they're all
Nazi
coming
Germany.
together to have a good time. They all share.
In Nazi Germany?
Oh well, no. I'm saying here, and not in Nazi Germany.
Well, I mean, you could make the argument that just them coming together itself is good.
I mean,
Maybe the fact that they're
people
Nazis is
coming
bad.
That is very bad. But people coming together is good. We come together.
This is good.
That's a positive.
But what does good even mean?
What is good?
Is that too far back?
No, that's a very.
My roommates got upset with me one night because Sam said, my buddy, you took one ethics class, and now, I think I was being too far back, if that makes sense.
No, I want to hear. What do you think good means?
To me,
I think it's cool. I've never thought about it, so.
I just believe that it may mean something different to you than me, and it's like.
I don't know what I've never thought about it. I want to hear your take on it.
Okay, defining good is like an infinite walk.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've taken math or at what age your teacher was like infinity,
Yeah.
but infinity is infinity.
Yeah.
And forever is something that we can't grasp.
We can't.
I mean, it's funny how we skip steps in our mind. Those numbers with so many zeros?
Yeah.
We say, oh, the number's so big, you can't even comprehend it. But people often just throw out the term infinity like it's not even bigger.
What is infinity?
You can't even say bigger. It's just infinity.
What even is we don't even know what infinity is.
Yes, so to rein back in, defining good would be an infinite walk, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the first step.
Wow. That was deep. That was deep right there. I got to think. Defining good. I've actually never thought about it, so I'm trying to. Defining good. I mean.
Please excuse me.
Oh no, is that a good snack? It's actually my
Yes.
roommate's. I don't have any snacks right now.
Okay, I owe you.
No, it's okay. Maybe you can bring me a granola bar at the VT interview. Defining good. There's so many. I feel like people look at. I don't know how to answer this question, but people perceive good in different ways. Like some people think like going above and beyond, like getting, let's say, 100 on a test. They think that's good, but in other ways, like getting a 65. I know that sounds not good, but like getting a 65 or a 70 on a test can be really good for some people who are trying to improve and like show improvement. So I think you can look at good in different ways. Or like sometimes you can turn not so positive things into, you can find the good in it. But then you have to define good. Like you can, feel like you can find something positive in bad situations, which like sometimes it's hard to do, but I feel like something good can come out of things. You know, like especially for like school in general, it can be hard. And sometimes you have to fail, especially here, like coming from high school, you have to fail at something, like a class, like a test, to really like get yourself together and be like, I need to work harder. A growth mindset. You like, kind of like reality where you're like, I need to work hard and like come up with a plan in order to succeed. And then it helps you kind of, honestly, like failing a test my freshman year last year really like helped me learn how to work hard, which you have to do for nursing, and kind of figure out like even like how to live on my own and stuff like that. So like failing can be good, I think. What do you think? Have you ever failed at something that shaped you?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
All the time.
I think we all have.
And mistakes make the man.
Yeah, I agree. I tore my ACL in high school.
Wow.
Playing softball. It was a partial tear, but still, it was pretty terrible. But like,
Was that on purpose?
what? Tear my ACL?
Terrible.
No.
It's pretty terrible.
I didn't. I enunciate way too much sometimes.
No. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a pun.
Like tear.
Like you tore your.
That's good. That was.
You said it.
That was a good.
You said it.
That was a good
you
one.
You said it.
5 it up.
You said it's not too late. 5-second rule. You meant to do that, right?
I'm totally meant to do that.
Yeah.
I was trying to be punny, I guess. I don't know. So like, going to that question, what does it mean to be funny?
Oh yeah, God.
That's on
Stand-up
here.
comedics. Whoa.
I think there's different ways, but I want to hear your take. What does it mean to be funny?
God, okay.
I think you're funny.
You have to be unapologetically yourself, for one. Although, is that even true? I was in a Broadway, on Broadway Street, under like this basement in a comedy club.
You were in Broadway?
New York City. No, I was watching Broadway Comedy Club. One of them. There's like tons.
Okay.
And this guy, like, he's like beating up on himself. But, you can never know. Okay, rules for comedy? Bro.
There's no rules. There is
rules.
no rules. Like this. No rules.
Because, yeah.
This can be as funny as it can be, or it can be serious. There's no rules.
Yeah. There's no rules.
I think funny comes in a lot of different forms. I feel like people who aren't afraid and like don't care as much what other people think to like an extent, like they know when they need to behave. I feel like those are the funniest people, who are just like their own person, kind of just do what they want to do.
Why do we laugh at things? What even is like...
What do we laugh at? Why do we laugh at things? I feel like sometimes, I think laughing is really, sometimes you need to laugh at things, and I feel like, I don't really know the science behind it. I haven't taken that class yet, but like, actually my roommate's taking laughing in through the humanities. She's taking like
A whole class on laughing?
a whole class on laughing.
That's amazing.
But it's like, she was so confused because it started like the 1500s and like kind of like the history behind it, and she's like, how is this funny? Like back in the day.
Oh, like she's supposed to be laughing while she's taking notes?
No, I mean, I wonder if she does. I'll have to ask her. She doesn't like that class, which I feel like laughing would be a fun class, but
Yeah, funny.
I
At
would
the very
love
least.
a class about laughter. That'd be awesome. But I think it's important to laugh, because sometimes like when we're like sad or not having a good day, and like someone comes in and just like, someone could say the dumbest thing, could do something dumb, could try like bring up your spirits, and it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you laugh, you just feel so much better, like a relief. And sorry, this is kind of a change in topic, but about like how I'm doing nursing, that's the reason I want to do nursing is because I'm not like a funny person, but I'm saying like I could bring people joy on their worst day, which I think like some people need and helps get them through it. I feel like a lot of people need laughter and joy to get through things. What are your thoughts?
Well, it seems to me like your reason for why you stand out as a nurse is not so much because you're too interested in what the job of nursing entails, but because you know that job in itself would put you in a room full of coworkers and patients and lots of social interaction each day, and
Yeah.
that's where you see yourself bringing the most benefit
Yeah.
is to the people around you.
Yeah, like I want to do it to help people, like.
And
Just be there.
this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah, to help
Because
people.
yeah, because I don't know, like a mechanical engineer. Then I was like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and then I was like, but now my application's in to be a teacher, and
That would be. From just this interview, I think you'd be a really good teacher.
well, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
But I think like it's like, I think, and I don't know how accurate what I just said to you was about you because you know you best. But I also think one of my best traits is like make people laugh. You know, make their day a little better.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm trying to incorporate this through that. Although I haven't made you laugh too much, have I?
Me?
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
And I can't think of a single joke.
I'm just like, laughing just has to come naturally.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe I was like nervous for this, so like
It's nerve-wracking.
the laughing's like not coming. Like, I don't like. I laugh, but like, I think things are funny, but sometimes don't laugh. Does that make sense? Does that happen to you? Like you could think something's so funny.
You know what happens to me is sometimes it's not funny, but it comes from that one person, so it's everything they say is funny.
Those are my favorite type of people who are not trying to be funny.
Do you live with any of them? My roommate Sam, it's like every single thing he does is the funniest
They
thing
think
in the
that
world.
about me, and I'm like, I'm just
Dude,
making eggs or something, and they're just like, I'm like, what?
without you, they'd be sad.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. But one of my really good friends named Eric, he went to my formal with me. He's one of those people. And like,
It's just fun.
he's awesome to be around. He doesn't mean
What
to
is
be
he doing? He's hilarious.
He's just so funny. And everyone was saying that at formal. They were like, who is this kid? He's awesome. Like, like, if I saw him walking right now, I would lose my mind.
Just start chuckling.
Yeah, just start chuckling.
Yeah.
And he'd probably do something funny, or not even funny. I'd still laugh. He's a great kid.
But
One of those kids,
if you laugh, then it is funny.
it is funny. He's one of those people I could be having the worst day. I just see him, just being Eric.
What's up?
And-
Start dying laughing.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes with him. And I also,
And then it's like when they turn the jets on and they start actually being funny, it's like you're about to pee yourself.
yeah, I wish one of my friends was around. This other kid. Sorry, I'm talking about all these people I know, but there's some really interesting people I think you need to meet at Elon that you'd be like, I've never met someone like this before. And there's this one kid, he's from New York, and he like manages people like music. Like he manages like rappers, upcoming rappers, and he lives with my friends. And this kid is like the most interesting person. He'd be perfect for this right here. Like he just talks, he's so funny. He's like, hey, but then he like talks about serious concepts.
Oh, shoot.
Y'all are kind of similar, honestly.
Oh, am I too serious?
It's the suit. The suit's throwing me off. It's really serious.
It is serious.
But he threw like in like these like dorm apartment things. He had like after this concert. He had like 60 random kids who don't even go here, like all in their apartment. And my friends who lived there had no idea they were coming. They just walk out and people are just throwing ass all in the living room, and they're like, "What is going?" Like, it was actually insane.
Whoa.
The neighbors were not happy. It was awesome. I wasn't there for it, but heard it was a time at Elon. You don't see that much at Elon, so that was pretty cool. Great kid. Might have to set that up with you. He'd be awesome.
I'd love that.
Yes. That'd be great. I think he does stuff like this, or he should, dude. He's awesome. So, can I ask another question? No rules, no rules. Do you have like goals with this YouTube?
Yeah, it's just to not stop.
Just to keep going
Yeah.
and like reach people?
Nope, it's just not to stop.
Not to stop.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like the videos that where you're like, why I do this. You're just like, because I want to. Those are awesome.
Thank you.
Those are cool. But that's pretty good. How long do you want to continue? Till forever?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
You can meet some cool people.
I hope so.
That's why you need to start riding the train.
I agree.
You can meet some cool people on the train, basically. And that goes into why I wanted to be on this show. Because I wanted to. Thought it was cool.
Why you do this?
Because I can. And I wanted to.
True that. Well, welcome.
Yes.
Okay, how do we do this? It's like time flies, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the most fun thing I've ever done in my life.
This is really fun. How long have we been sitting here?
Who knows and who cares?
We're just here, and it's awesome.
Yep, and a gazebo. There's a gazebo. How great is-
Outside on a perfect day.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really great. Do you have any questions for me?
Always. Do you want me to ask you a question?
I would love a question.
Bricks.
Bricks.
We're surrounded by them.
We are surrounded by bricks.
Do you ever think about the guys that
Made the bricks?
placed each... Oh, yeah.
Placed each individual bricks? No, I don't. But they need to get more credit. Because like, look how beautiful they look. They didn't have to look this good, but they did. I feel like people need to give more credit to people who build stuff like that. I feel like we get so caught up in like social life and like some things that we think matters, but really it doesn't. Like think about, I don't know what I'm thinking about, but think about the people spending hours of their day laying down these bricks. We never think about that, but we are right now. I never thought about that till you said that, but I think that's really interesting. People took hours and hours and hours to set all this up,
It's beautiful.
to set that awesome tree. And I feel like not a lot of people, including myself sometimes, like I don't really take in and enjoy what's around me, especially at this school. Which like I'm thankful to go here because there's a lot of opportunities that come from being here.
Well said.
Well, really? Well said.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
Awesome.
Pretty awesome stuff. All right. Synthetic versus natural.
Right, so you're thinking about these bricks. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess that would be like along the lines of experience the moment, live in the present.
Yeah.
Right? Well, then there's people out there that they hear that and they try to do that.
Yeah.
And then they do that and they do that and they do that. But then they look and say, this whole time I've been intentionally doing that. And is that even the right way to do it? Or is it supposed to just happen?
I really think it just happens, but also I think it does have to take a little bit of like you guiding yourself to do it. But I don't think like telling yourself, I'm going to live in the moment right now and just enjoy the treat. You're thinking too much about it. You just kind of have to like let it happen. Like sometimes it's just like sitting and just like and quietly. That's really all you need.
Or maybe you'll be in the kitchen with your roommates and it's just a nice Tuesday night and you're like, this is the best thing ever. And you kind of just have that thought alone in your head.
This happens a lot, and I feel like with college students and anyone, we need that because we're stressed out. We're like,
do you have anxiety about graduation and all your friends moving away?
I mean, I'm only a sophomore, so.
My friends, they graduate this year.
What do you think about that? I'm sad about my brother.
Well, I'm ready for it because it just means like
We're
going to see them wherever they are.
That's cool.
It's just gonna change.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
It's weird. Change is weird.
But yeah, it's stressful, I guess, in the moment, and it takes away from the present because I feel like I know I'll be looking back, like how awesome is this? I lived with the guy.
Yeah.
But I can't let that,
Yeah.
I had to let it be natural, I guess.
And I feel like
But there's synthetic elements too. Like
There's-
after this, I'm going straight back home, and I'll be in the living room all day. Fingers crossed. Like
Yeah.
they're just there, you know.
And you're just gonna sit and enjoy.
I like being around them.
Oh, your roommates. Your
Yeah.
roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, but then think about it though. Like, change is weird and it's hard, and like it's scary. Change is scary
Horrifying.
and it frightens everyone. But I feel like in the end, it always works out for people, or most of the time. And that kind of goes into like, do you think things happen for a reason?
Oh, so are you asking me, like, if you have a test coming up, it's already sort of predetermined, or are you asking me like, no, you're not. Do you think things happen for a reason?
Like, do you think like
I think you can always assign a reason to anything that's happened,
Yeah.
but never be so quick to, say you failed a test and your reason is like, oh, well, this is, I failed so that I could realize I needed to study more.
yeah,
And you have like that realization that afternoon and you start studying for the next couple of weeks. And then those weeks pass and you ace a couple tests. Never forget in that moment what you felt when you had that realization, the feeling of like, this happened for a reason and I'm going to start
Yeah.
studying more.
even though it sucks.
And 2 weeks have passed and it's going to change the way that you look back on that moment. But you'll never be able to get that moment back. So you
Yeah.
owe it to yourself to try your best to remember.
Yeah.
The way you think about it is going to change. Like if someone falls in love, they might think back on it and think, like, oh, people are quick to like try to block things out of their memory
But
because it's easy to distract yourself in life.
yeah,
But you should never forget why something happened.
what came from it?
That why totally changes,
Yeah.
but you have to remember there was a why. You owe it to your past self.
That's
your past
beautifully
self.
said.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
like you 2 years ago, it's not you, but you really still ought to give that girl the time of day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't act like she doesn't exist.
like
'Cause
all the
if it
mistakes
weren't for
I've
her,
made,
you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have grown. So, like, I feel like I've grown a lot.
Right.
Since my
Yeah, like
fresh-
if she was where you are now, what would she be doing?
I don't know.
Right.
Playing softball in college? Probably not. Maybe.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to
It's
know.
different
'cause
people. It's totally
exactly.
different people.
But it's so. I
You
think
got to
it's
respect.
so cool.
These people have to respect each other like
Yeah.
you have to respect you 2 years from now.
Exactly, and that's a crazy take, because I always like wonder what I'm gonna be like in 2 years. Like
Me too.
if I'm gonna make it through nursing, I always wonder that stuff.
Yeah, it's
but-
because it's like you never know.
yeah.
You never know.
Things change like that, and accepting the change is hard. But sometimes, like, change a lot of the time can be a really good thing, even though at first it might suck. Honestly, like even my living situation, like I talked about, like we were like not happy to have to share rooms and live here on like this side, but it turned out awesome. Like my really good friends ended up living below me this year. And another thing that happened was our roommate who was supposed to live with us was like, no, I want to live in my own room. So we had a random come live with us. But she's like one of my really good friends. Like it worked out so well. And she's the reason I ended up joining a sororities, because it worked out. The change and I feel like I needed her. Like she really helped school this year for me. So I think change can be a really good thing. Even if you don't think so, or even at first you're like, but I think it works out.
Change.
Change.
To all those changing,
Yeah.
just breathe.
Take a deep breath and enjoy the nature around you.
Find a gazebo.
Find a gazebo just like this one, across a lake and a cool tree, and just embrace the change.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Yep. Take a deep breath right now.
3 seconds. What's the timing on that?
I don't know. 3 in, 3 out.
Is it 4 in? Is it 4 in, 3 hold, 5 out? Or is that too long?
I feel like I'd pass out. I feel
Yeah.
like holding my breath too long.
I guess we write our own rules.
Yeah, there's no rules. There's no rules.
All right, so how are we? So we just breathe, no timing.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you feel better?
Hard to say, it just happened.
But like on your drive home, you'll be like, I'm so glad I took that deep breath.
I hope so.
Yeah, you will. You definitely will.
I believe it. You listen to any music?
I listen to a lot of music. I listen to everything.
Me too.
Everyone says that, but I can rank from like Drake and Future to like the Smiths. I like Pink Floyd.
I just watched that movie in this past 2 months.
Which movie? Sorry.
The Smiths in the elevator scene where she's like, "Oh, I love the Smiths." Or
Is that? Oh my gosh.
what's the
500
quote? What's the quote?
Is the movie 500 Days of
Summer?
I've never seen it, but I like know the clip.
Is that the name of the movie?
I think that is.
Oh, if you've never seen it, then whatever. That's a killer. You want to cry? Watch that movie.
That's what I've heard. I don't think I want to cry.
I love the Smiths.
I love.
She's like in the elevator. He's like in love with this girl.
I know, but she's like, no, right?
Well, dude, she's just doing her own thing.
Yeah.
But like, it's life is complicated, and like, she says, "I love the Smiths," and it like rocks his world. That's all she says. I love the Smiths.
That's so cute.
Because he's listening to it.
Aww.
Oh God, that movie is insane.
I need to watch it.
You ever seen 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler?
No. I've seen the end and the beginning.
You gotta watch these movies.
I know. Have you seen
I only switched from rom-coms to. Have I seen what?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No.
You need to watch that movie.
It's been
my
coming up
favorite
on my
movie.
thing.
It's so good.
I'm gonna put that on.
It's awesome. It's probably one of my favorite movies.
Have you seen Ocean's 11, 12, or 13?
No. I'm lame. No, I have
Bro,
not.
that's good. How about The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith?
I have not. But I've seen Fight Club?
Of course.
Fight Club's that's a good movie right there.
You go to the theater ever?
I used not as much anymore. But
Go to the theater.
I love going to the movie theater. I go to the movie theater alone. I'm just like,
Oh yeah, I do too.
I
And
think
then
it's
I
awesome.
saw something on. It's so funny how like you, all right. Throughout your day, there are moments that like maybe you're a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? When someone convinces you of something, or like you take someone's advice more willingly, you're a little bit more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I just completely zoned out. I'm sorry.
Do you know, like, okay, throughout the course of a day, different things happen. Like, your weight might fluctuate. What I'm talking about is, like, you sometimes happy, sometimes anxious, sometimes sad. Sometimes you're more willing to get advice
Yeah.
given to you.
Yeah.
And if you spend a lot of time on Instagram Reels, then these moments of the day, which are valuable moments,
Yeah.
and like, it's good to take advice.
Yeah.
But it has to happen the right way,
Yeah.
because everyone wants to feel like they're stealing their own ship. Anyway, you always look. There's no, like...
That's Ian. He looks locked in. He drives a really cool car.
Am I going to see it?
Yeah. Well,
Is it that blacked out Mustang?
Yeah.
That
He's
thing
gonna
is
make
sick.
some noise.
That's fine.
Hopefully, it's pretty.
Okay,
really cool.
so-
Sorry, I'm sorry.
If you're on Instagram, like, do you ever find yourself in a vulnerable moment in your life, and like you're scrolling the reels, and the reels start to guide you? That ever happened to you?
No, but sometimes have you ever
I scroll too many reels.
have you ever seen like Hope TikTok? Oh, what's it called?
Hope Core.
Hope Core. Oh my gosh,
That will have a tear down your cheek.
that will get me. That gets me every time. And then I'll see one, and then I'm like, oh, I really want to watch some more,
and it will show you more because it knows you want it.
yeah, because I do. It's awesome. But now I feel like I've been so busy that I've not been on like my phone. I haven't been watching
That's good.
stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, but also like I think it's good, but then at the same time, like I don't really know like what's popular, like like what people are talking. Like how you're asking me some questions. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm watching too many movies. Like
But that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, but so is what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that kind of. Oh, he's about to.
It doesn't matter. Just talk through it. These mics
Sorry.
are pretty good with that kind of thing.
Okay.
Sounds great.
That's awesome. Okay. What was I think? We have this thing at Elon called Yik Yak, and it's like, have you heard of it?
It's not just Elon.
Oh, I don't know.
The whole world has that.
I didn't even know what it was until like a few months ago. But
It's been around since like 2000. So that
I think it's terrible.
Oh.
It's like
And I know what it is.
it's like
For anyone watching, it's an anonymous Twitter.
yeah, people could say whatever people are mean.
They name drop.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that
and
stuff.
pretty
It's an
bad.
interesting social experiment.
I don't have
experiment,
it.
but I'm happy that a platform like Yik Yak isn't as big as like Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because sure, there's evil parts to Instagram and Facebook, but like
But
when people are anonymous, it gets bad.
because people could say
Because there's anonymous aspects to Instagram and Facebook, but I think like the size of them and people people treat their Instagram accounts like extensions of themselves to a degree, which is good.
Yeah.
Because the Yik Yak, it's like you open that app and you're not you anymore.
You
like,
could
what's
be whoever
the
you want.
craziest thing I could say?
Like,
because it's upvotes.
How can I make someone cry? People say some pretty terrible stuff.
Horrible, without second thoughts.
Yeah, and I'm like, someone said that? Like,
someone typed it.
I'm too sensitive for that. Like, I think Yik Yak is so dumb. Like, I feel like people can say something mean on there because they're scared to say it to someone's face.
But is it really about them being scared?
Or just someone wants to be mean?
Yeah, I guess.
But why would someone... I don't understand why someone would want to go out of their way to... They could ruin someone's day.
There are tons of reasons. You've been angry before.
I've been angry, but, I feel like I wouldn't want to ruin someone's day.
I don't think when you're angry like that, you're thinking of that sort of thing. I think when you're angry, it's sort of a step up from feeling like you're sort of alone or you're deprived of something. When people are upset, it's because they need something that they're not getting.
Yeah.
So oftentimes that just kind of comes out as anger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we all get angry. I get angry.
Certainly, I do too.
But I don't think I could go on. I feel awful about it. Even if I'm super angry, I still think, well, for me, to an extent, I don't think I would want to intentionally hurt someone. Even if I'm that angry, I feel like there's always, a part of me that's no, that's doing too much. I don't need to be the bigger... Sometimes you need to be the bigger person. Yeah. Last year at Elon, so we have, locals who live around here, Burlington. They don't go to school here. But sometimes there was this one incident where they were, driving by... No, they were parked. And my friend, she was having a time. She goes up to them and was, talking to them, asking for a ride home. And they were just saying some pretty nasty stuff. And I was just that's not cool. But, they were trying to, fight. And I was just this is so not worth my time. So I just, walked away and went home. We all did. Wow. And I'm, so glad I did that. Even though some of the things they said, it hurt me, but,
it kind of got you there.
It got me, but...
Good thing you walked away, because it's never the answer.
Yeah. I'm, glad I walked away when I did, because, they're looking like an idiot. Mm. And, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, I feel like I have said some things that have hurt people, but I always feel bad about it. There's always guilt when that happens. Right. Which I feel I hope people do feel that when they do something pretty terrible, but not everyone does.
And it just may not be so black and white like it seems to be when you do something. I mean, it's almost like when you're doing it that you're going to regret doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I agree. I feel there is a part of everyone that feels the guilt, but also at the same time I feel they're embarrassed for what they did that they're not going to
Or it's pride.
Yeah.
Pride is a sin, and I'm not religious, but I like to stick with that.
Pride.
If everyone could just do a little bit better, not seeing themselves in such a, lit up and beautiful way, then I think we'd all benefit from it. And it's hard.
I'm not perfect.
It's hard.
At all.
Yeah, I'm not perfect at all either.
No one's perfect, even if they think they are.
Of course. You can always go further with that. You can always go further. Not self-degrading. Not self-degradatingly further, but slowly, each day. Yeah. Just remind yourself. Situations where, you're not texting someone back. Or situations where...
Give yourself grace about it. If you're not texting someone back and they're, mad about it, you got to give yourself grace.
I don't know about that. I think you should maybe say, hey, I think I have a lot of pride right now. Maybe I should tell this person, hey, I don't want to text you back. You can say that.
You honestly...
People don't realize that, but you can say that.
And you know what?
And you can send that text and then turn your phone off.
But another thing is, there's nothing wrong with sending that text. It's honest.
That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty interesting.
And I think honesty is important than no answer at all.
I agree. If someone's want to hang out and you don't want to hang out, you could just say no.
No.
And
you say, I feel you don't have to wrap it in that sandwich.
You don't have to, but you don't have
That's
to.
Hey, I'm so busy, and my friends, or I totally would. No, you wouldn't.
You just have to say, not right now.
I'm just too busy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, just keep it simple. You don't want to.
I wish.
There's two, because we as people, there's only, I think it's like 200 or 250. We can only have that many people in our head at once.
Yeah.
You can't, like, these people with millions and millions of followers or even the, like.
I couldn't imagine. That's crazy.
Well, there's only 250. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. And
I hope you get 1 million subscribers one day.
that would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
But you just have to know that, like, it's difficult because you also don't want to feel like it. You got to understand why you think the things you think, because you think, oh, they'd be better off if I just didn't respond to them.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not. And who are you to say how they'd be better off?
But what if you're not on your phone?
Think about yourself, and I think you would be better off if you said, hey, I'm not all that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to respond.
I like that. That's a good way of putting it. What if you're not on your phone, though? I'm not on my phone that much.
Oh, well, this goes for anything, anytime at all. When you are on it, because everyone's always on it.
No, when I am, I do respond, because I don't want to leave someone hanging. It sucks when someone doesn't respond to me. And, like, I just need to say, not right now. And that, I wish, honestly, more people did that, including myself. Like, I wish I was better at communication, but I also wish more people felt it was okay to just say, I can't hang right now, or I don't want to hang, because that is okay. And, like, that honesty is good. Doesn't mean they don't like you. I mean, it could, but not everyone's going to like you. But I feel like we all sugarcoat, and I feel like sometimes sugarcoating all the time is not the way to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we do it for a reason, right? Because
we don't want to hurt people's feelings.
And then that's honestly, you should think about that. Like, who are you to say whose feelings you hurt?
Yeah.
It's like you're sugarcoating because you want to think of yourself better, which is not really fair to the person that you're giving
the honest answer.
Thing coated with sugar in.
But then also, I feel like sometimes, like, not sugarcoating, but I feel like sometimes people need more positivity. Like, because we all self-doubt ourselves. So I feel like some people need, like, a confidence boost. Doesn't mean, like, doesn't mean you're sugarcoating, but, like, if someone's, like, I don't know, just speaking down on themselves, I feel like that's when I was talking about giving yourself grace. People need to give themselves grace. Give themselves grace. Like, if they're like, I'm being grumpy today, or, like, I'm having a bad day, like, I feel awful, like I'm taking it out on people. Like, I feel terrible when that happens. But also, you got to remember, we all have those rough days, and sometimes you just need to, like, be kind to yourself and, like, be like, it's okay that I'm not myself and that I'm grumpy today.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Look out for you tomorrow. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree.
Silence.
You're looking at, I don't do well with silence.
How come?
It's uncomfortable.
Because you let it be.
I know, I shouldn't. But I don't know why.
Sometimes there's just nothing to say.
Yeah.
Are those brand new shoes?
Not really. I just don't wear them that much. They're kind of new. I got them like 4 weeks ago. They were like $30, though.
Cool.
Nordstrom Rack, you gotta get on that. Do you wear those every day?
I should have like loafers on, but they.
You know what? Those make the outfit even better. And
thank you for saying that.
What socks what are those?
What have we got?
Airplanes or?
A dog and an airplane.
That's awesome. That's pretty.
Thank
cool.
you, Mom.
Your
Every
mom
Christmas
got them for
we
you?
get fancy socks.
That's awesome. I need some fancy socks.
Doesn't everyone need fancy socks?
I'm gonna get some right after this interview. I'm gonna go.
And a unicycle.
I have a lot of stuff I have to get. I'm gonna go to the Goodwill. Last year I found a hoverboard at Goodwill and rode it around the store, but I didn't have the funds to buy it, even though it was Goodwill. But I gotta save my money.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I do terrible with silence, I'm sorry.
No. Let's cut it.
Let's cut it. We out. You can cut it now. Is it over?
Yeah. If you want to hand me your mic.
Yes. How was that?
It's over.
How was it? Was it
What do
good?
you think?
I think it was good.
It's